Welcome to mrGoetz's Flipped Classroom. It is September 14th. We're going to go for 5 minutes. I'm going to set a timer right here. And on this timer, what I'm going to do is go through what we have coming up this week and kind of what we have going on. I'm going to share my screen. And then what we see over here is the grades for this week. So the grades for this week are going to be to look at 3 quizzes on the website QUIZIZZ. So I think that is actually quizzes, might be how that's pronounced. And what I have is for the 3 different classes. So for digital audio, which is the class right now, the 3 quizzes are based on things that have to do with audio. So the first one is Intro to Music Production. Second is called Audio. And the third is called I think it might be Intermedia, audio quiz right there. So what you're going to be doing with these is complete these 3 quizzes, take a screenshot of your score and submit it on Google Classroom, mark it as done. You'll submit 3 screenshots total because there are 3 quizzes total. So that's something that I have marked as due at 5 a.m. on Saturday. If you haven't seen, I do a lot of grading on Saturday and Sunday. And the reason I put it due at 5 a.m. Saturday is because I'm not going to get up before then and start grading. But I could very well get up at 5 a.m. and start grading on Saturday. So that's the due date for this right here. And then the other work that I have right here, there's a concept called employability, and employability means different things to different people, and there's different ways to score employability. There's also different employment agreements. If you're working a job and you sign a employee agreement or what the employee code of conduct is, those things are important for this class because this is a career and technical education class, and what we want to be moving towards is jobs and job skills. And some of those things we can do in class right here. The way I'm going to be scoring this is right here. And what I want to see is I want to see work completed on time. I have a lot of work to do in this area in terms of helping y'all see the work, find the work, complete the work, get the work done. The goal is to get as many credit hours as possible. The goal is to pass the class and have a good time, have some confidence with some of the work that we're doing. And I'm going to be taking more class time to be focusing on the work that is due. And that's what this grade is going to be tied to. It also has entering the breakout rooms promptly when assigned. And we're going to talk about breakout rooms here in a little bit just to see what y'all's feedback has been on them because we started them last week. So that was the first time we started breaking up into groups based on what projects we're working on, what we want to talk about. And I'm going to be doing more of that. But the thing is, when you're assigned to a breakout room and then I see invited but you didn't join, that means your employability grade is going to go down if that happens. Okay, now what we have right here is entering breakout rooms when promptly assigned. I just talked about that. And when you're in a breakout room, I may ask you to share your screen if you're working on something that everybody could benefit from taking a look at. And we talked about some different jobs when you're in the breakout rooms. And the jobs, I'm going to go ahead and see group roles right here. So I'm going to take these group roles that we have. It's not letting me edit this. It's going to go over here. It's going to be this right here. So these are the group roles that I want you guys looking at while you're in breakout rooms. And then in an attempt to wrap up as fast as possible here. Now I'm unable to scroll in here. Okay, so this is what we talked about with employability, with the grade, call upon. So screen sharing when it's requested, and then following kind of those group roles. And I'll put that group role link in here so you have it as well. Group roles. Oops, I already had group roles in there. Group roles, excellent. And then I'm going to see if I can hit save on this right here. And then responses when called upon in class. So I may do some cold calling where I say, hey, so-and-so, and then call on you. And that's a problem if you don't respond during the synchronous time. And then this right here, responses to emails or Google Classroom questions. What that turns into is there's sometimes I may be looking at something in the gradebook that doesn't quite look right. I may email you. I am expecting a response, but I understand lots of times folks get lots of emails and it's hard to keep track of all the emails. You may have 10,000 unread emails in your inbox right now. I know that happens sometimes, but it's also in Google Classroom when I may send something and be hoping for a response. Those are the 2 grades I'm going to be putting in this week. You're watching mrGoetz's Flipped Classroom. Appreciate everybody being here today.